And we got bananas in chat. And we got a raid as well. We are ready to get going here. It's a Hermitcraft livestream weekend. Joe just disappeared. He was here a second ago. Ooh. Oh, blatant spoilers. Blatant spoilers going on here. And things are getting a bit like cramped and crowded around here. Whoa! What kind of noise is that? It's Randy the Cold 2002 for 63 months. Evil X has joined us. We got Jimmy Kin here for 5 months. We got Joe Hills with the raid. Thank you ever so much, Joe. Of course, it is a Hermitcraft live stream day. We've got the stream banner right here. It must survive. It must survive. And I had this weird instinct to like turn around, but dude. Oh my goodness me. Where'd you go? What? Wait, like seriously, where'd you go? Where'd you go, buddy? What? What? What just happened? What just happened? Did I just imagine there was a wandering trader here? Did I imagine something? Oh my goodness me. Dude! Dude! What? Oh, dude. Oh. I was going to say that's perfect for the project we're working on today. Absolutely perfect for it. We're gonna get this shop up and running. That's kind of like my project for today's stream, you know. Get it up and running. Do you know what it starts with? Tearing out these blocks. Oh yeah. Need a beacon. Need a beacon. Need some bacon. One of his trades is coal ore. I think I already got coal ore. Anyway, I've got an ingenious, mad doctor scientist plan up my sleeve. Up my... what's the word for... hypothetical? Hypothetical sleep? No, that's not the word. There's a word. There's a perfect word for what I want to say. Maybe hypothetical is it? I've got a trick up my hypothetical sleep. It's not hypothetical. Metaphorical. Yes, it could be metaphorical. I've got a trip up my metaphor. I don't think that's the word the right word. Proverbial? Not sure if that's the easy. I feel like if I saw the right word, I would know. Imaginary. Nah, not imaginary. But kind of imaginary. I don't know. I felt like that word was like in my head for a split second and then it went away. Stupid word. Going away. How dare you? Right, let's get to the construction of this place. The construction of this place. We're gonna turn building into a song. I don't know. I keep breaking out into song. You lot have encouraged me, okay? You've encouraged me to break out into song too many times. Too many times. Too much encouragement. Not good. Ah. Oh, I do have bone blocks. That's good. I told myself I wouldn't need more bone blocks for this project, and now I come over here and I'm like, nah, you do. You clearly do. Oh, this music's intense right here. Feel like the sky should turn to night and I should be getting chased by a pack of pillagers. Anyway, we got noises in the air. We got J Bus Betty here for 5 months. A Twitch name for 7. Emily D for 3 months. Zed Sophia here for 3 months as well. Pony Val for 9. Thank you ever so much for your tremendous support, peeps. We got the one, the only Ouija Ben here for 60 months. Isn't 60 the Evil X noise? Everyone in the world knows about the game is playing the game. You lose the game. You know, that's some old school internet memeing right there. The game. Yes. Struck that in there. Thank you so much for 60 months. Incredible. There's that sound. There's that sound right there. Beautiful stuff. We got Like Able Tom here, subscribe with Amazon Prime, and Sharo Manaru for 9 months. Peeps, your support is tremendous. It's appreciated. Bruce says, X, do you like Slipknot? I love Slipknot. I love Slipknot. Whenever anyone asks me... Oh, that's the wrong block. Whenever anyone asks me what your favourite concert of all time was, or greatest live show, it's always Slipknot 2009 Download Festival. What a show, what a show. Never experienced anything like that. It was transcendent. It was a transcendent experience. Dude, it's really laggy, says DDS Drago. If there is lag on my behalf, I hope you can forgive me for a laggy internet connection, but according to my stats on my screen, my bitrate is tip-top. Everything should be good. No drop frames. Yeah, it's potentially a problem somewhere else. Oh, what is my brain looking for? It's looking for a tool. Because I'm talking, it's like this little idea of like, you need a shovel. Then all of a sudden gets buried by my own talking, you know? It's amusing. It's amusing how the mind works. Amusing for you. Maybe not for me. Now I'm the one stuck here looking like a fool a lot of the time, but hey. Hi there, Asuma. It's Saturday night. Why can't I jump out of this? What? I think I know what's going on. Yeah. You know. I was thinking, I know how to jump. What are you telling me? Let's go ahead and mine out all this concrete first, so I can read chat. I feel like every stream I do, I just don't read chat enough, really. We should have an entire ASMR stream with placing bone blocks. All right, the sound of bone blocks. Do you know what I want to do at some point? I want to do an Asuma Says live stream where I just chat with all y'all and make it just about reading chat. I really need a pause feature for my chat. I spoke to a Twitch representative. Okay. That being said, it's actually not them that I need to get, because my chat goes through Streamlabs, but they don't want to add a pause button. Apparently adding a pause button is too difficult. Even though I had a friend do it for me once. Maybe they should get the job. Maybe I should speak to my friend about getting that chat feature back. Actually, yeah, that's what I need to do. Okay, hang on. I'm making a note. Some of you are listening probably thinking, what on earth is he on about? I really need that back. It'll so upgrade the experience if I can just pause chat when I look at it, you know, and then pick out a message and read it properly. Will Scar be streaming today, says Fruit Chew. Livestream.hermitcraft.com. There's the schedule of all the Hermit streaming. Anyone else got notified from Twitch? Tango and X went live and I got nothing, says Cheswaldo. Well, I think notifications sometimes have a bit of an issue going out, you know. Right, those noises in the ear. Like Abel Tom is here with a Prime. Tedo Lejoin is here for 4 months. We got XPB228 with the Prime subscription. Jod Reagan is here with the 3 months of subscribing, saying, I can't think of a better way to start my vacation than to watch you stream live this morning. Have a great day. Thank you, buddy. You have a great day and a great vacation yourself. Tonky Licious is here for 18 months. We got Spunky Monkey 24 with cheers and bits saying, Hi X from Australia, hope you're good. IGV made an underwater maze about a month ago. Have you tried it? I have not. I was completely unaware of the maze. I don't find mazes particularly appealing. Maybe it's something we could do on the stream later if we have time. But thank you for the cheers and bits, appreciate it. We got Hackaggy here for 2 months saying hello there. Hello, thank you for your subscription. We got Official Jaden with cheers and bits saying, messed up my 3 months resub, but here's the message. Woohoo, 3 months with the derp and throwing bits at ya. Here's to many more months and bits. Love you and your content, Asuma. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it as always. Thank you for your 3 months of support and thank you for the cheers and bits. We got the Asium here for 25 months. Thank you ever so much. Oh, what was that? Someone says... Ah, you see, this is why I need a pause button. Someone said, Asuma Says channel convinced me to... And then I didn't catch the rest of it. I'm like, convinced you to what? I must know. Did it convince you to subscribe? Have you ever done PvP, X? Yeah, I've done loads of PvP. I've been playing this game for a long time. There's loads of PvP videos from way back when I used to do that content every now and then, you know. Used to play some of the classic PvP maps, like Cluster Chunk was one of my favourite. That game's terrific. I'd love to play that, you know, updated for the current version of Minecraft. So cool. Bed Wars, yes, Salty Alaman, yes, of course, Bed Wars. HJ Gardner, thank you for that lovely message. Do you like cycling? Says 47M. I was cycling yesterday as it goes. I do love cycling. Don't do it on a regular basis anymore. Running's sort of my thing at the moment for cardio. Do you play on Hypixel, says Mr. Smart. You know, you'll mostly see what I do when it comes to playing Minecraft and whatnot. Because I basically play on Hermitcraft and I don't play on Hypixel, but if I were to do something different, it would probably be like for a video, right? But fun story about, you know, Hypixel. We were friends back when he was making Minecraft maps on YouTube, and Season 1 of Hermitcraft, us hermits were playing his maps on a regular basis before the servers took off. And that guy had a vision. He was saying like, "Hey, I'm gonna move into making servers. Like, this is where it's at." And boy, did he know what he was talking about. And we got noises in the air. We got Kitty Gaming 99 for 32 months. We got Veggie Lover here for 8 months. Flux 9665 for 2 months. We got a donation here from Arab saying, "Hey Asuma, I got a friend who's having a problem you had a few years back about not getting paid for months. Just wondering how you got that fixed to help him, as he's a non-check marker." I unfortunately don't really understand the specifics of your question. Not getting paid for months? Don't know. So what your or non? I don't know what a non-check marker is. So unfortunately, I can't be of much help. But thank you for the donation, of course. Hopefully, I'll catch you in chat if you can clarify. Known57 is also here with a donation saying, "Hey X, I'm an avid user of Adblocker, but I've been loving your content for the past few months, so I thought I should donate the support." Awesome, dude. Thank you for doing that. That is appreciated. I don't really have a problem with people using ad blocker if they've got a reason. Like, I know that ads can be very intrusive. Some people talk about ads sort of like slowing down your system. But that's a cool way to counteract the use of it. One thing I do actually recommend is getting YouTube Premium. The money from Premium gets divvied up in the pool of ads that would normally be played to the audience. So if you go and get... That's what I want, that one right there. If you go and get YouTube Premium, every time you watch a video, you'll be paying part of your subscription to that person. And I believe the way it's done is the less videos you watch, the more of that percentage goes to that person. So it kind of naturally reflects your watching habits. So if you just watch YouTubers that you want to support by having a premium subscription, you'd be doing that. It's pretty well built. And if you watch a ton of YouTube, it'll like, you know, divide it up among all the videos that you watch. If you don't watch a lot, then that money, more of it goes to those creators, if that makes sense. I have YouTube Premium, and you don't have to watch ads because of it. I like it. Let's have a look. We got Known. Thank you for your donation, by the way. Dub IGK here for 16 months. We got Mackie3107 for 4 months. And we got Smelly Squig with the Prime. York Horster with the Prime. Moopy Nata for 2 months. Tangerine Trip for 9 months. Saying it's a shame group events are so hard to coordinate. It'd be amazing to see the Hermits play that last unplayed Hermit Quest months that Iskall's mentioned. I don't think it's so much difficult to coordinate. Coordinating isn't the issue. It's just interest, I think. Like, we know we have times where we can play together and do these things. It's just the interest. I mean, here's the thing. Everyone's got their commitments, and time that they need to take making videos and doing the things they do in their life. And the problem is with any idea, and being someone who's been in groups of, like, you know, creative forces, if you want to call it, you can all throw around ideas. Oh, we should do this, we should do that. It always takes someone to take the lead to get things to happen. And the problem is that people don't have the time to take the lead. I, for example, wouldn't have the time to make Hermitquest happen. You know, you got to chase people down, you got to organise dates, you got to test servers, and all these things that come before it that make it a little trickier. And perhaps you out there, if we can turn this into something useful for anyone, if you're in a group of people trying to make things happen, it can be all too easy just to hope someone else takes care of it or be wishful. You need to step up and be the person who does things. And so the reason that, you know, we don't do stuff like that so much anymore is because, you know, one, that was of a time and a place, and two, we just don't have, I guess, the time between us or someone with the passion to make it happen. And you really need that, otherwise it's not really going to go anywhere. And so we're in short supply of that, I guess. Oh, I'm probably going to have to lower the chains and the lanterns as well. Hey, getting rid of all of this like this is a good idea. This will help tremendously. Right, that was a long answer. Anna Bombanana is gifting a sub to Shaped Cod. Thank you so much as always for gifting those subs, Anna. Appreciate it. Stunned Kiddens here with a subscription. Snowy Banshee is here subscribing as well. We've got Lizzie 2003 for 2 months. And Dr. Meme is here with cheers and bits. Saying, hey X, I finally got to catch another stream. Out of curiosity, do you guys have any plans for the custom world generation, whether this season or next? I can tell you now that I will be an avid promoter, I don't know. I will be in support of giving that a try. But I believe within the group there'll probably be enough voices to say no, let's keep it vanilla, that we keep it vanilla. The fact that we can distribute it through a data pack might be a swaying argument, because one of the things that's enabled us to do more in Hermitcraft is data packs, because we like what we do here to be something you can experience as well. We give out the seed so that you can play in the same world, and then the data packs are available as well. So I know not everyone can use the data packs, but it makes it more accessible across the broader Minecraft community. So if we were to do something customized with our Hermitcraft world, it would need to be accessible to all of you, and it would need to be something all the hermits were happy with doing. I am very much ready for twisting the arm of vanilla, let's say, and, you know, having things like that taken advantage of. I'm all game for that, but other people don't feel the same way. So it really just depends on where we can land as a group, what we can agree on. Okay, I brought a shulker box with me because I had a feeling I would need it, and we need it for this. We're putting materials in here. Just like a so. Like a so. Thank you so much for the cheers and bits, Dr. Meme. I'm also incredibly excited to see what happens from here on out. Like, we are now at a point where with a data pack, you can remove the vanilla part of the game, which, by the way, vanilla is actually partially a data pack that's just enabled by default. I would show you right now, actually, but it means I've got to change a bunch of... Oh, I guess I could. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Game rule, send command feedback true, then game rule, no, data packs, list. Vanilla is the first one on the list, built in, right? So vanilla is actually a data pack to some extent. And this probably means that you'll be able to disable vanilla generation, replace it with... Is he cheating, says Jordan. No, I was using a command to show you what's happening on the server. Right, do I have bones in another... No, I'm just going to go pinch some from my shop instead of going all the way back to base. Did I see Doc log in? For some reason... Wait, did Doc... For some reason I just had the weirdest feeling that Doc was here. Anyway, where were we? So, what we're going to see happen now... Oh my goodness me, this stuff sells out so quick. What we're going to see happen now is data packs that mean you can go into a Minecraft world and the terrain will be entirely different in the dimension, the default dimension, the overworld, okay? New biomes, new mob spawning rules, everything can be rearranged and arranged, right? You can change crafting recipes now as well. The tech tree of the game can be rebuilt from the ground up. Now, over time, what we've often seen is mod pack makers creating these sort of like crash landing. You got to sieve all your materials out of some basic stuff that's available and build out your game like that. Just imagine going into a Minecraft world with the whole base game just being completely different. That is what is now possible thanks to the latest changes. It kind of was possible before, but now it includes terrain, which I think is a really big part of selling the story of things being different. So what I'm really hoping to see is some custom experiences come out of here that are sort of akin or similar to those mod packs that you might play, like those crash landed kind of mod packs where you got to survive, and it be entirely done through data packs. And I love the idea of the tech tree being rebuilt, because if you rebuild the tech tree of Minecraft, you can provide all sorts of different challenges, right? You can also perhaps incentivize players to make new types of mob farm. So let's say that witches don't spawn in a witch hut. Although witches have mechanics that are pretty normal for most mob farms, right? Let's think of a mob that's more unique. Maybe just pillagers, okay? Maybe in our custom data pack, pillagers drop some resource. You know, paired with a resource pack, that resource could even appear to be a new item entirely. That's another point. With data packs and resource packs, you can put new blocks, textures, and new things, or better yet, rename them, right? Take one block, like granite, and then go, actually, this is going to be an entirely different block now. It's going to be, you know, blue metal, and it's just like a metallic blue. But then you can say, you're never going to see granite generating caves, right? And it's not going to be craftable for any other means than the ones that we say. So you can repurpose the elements of the game, create your own tech tree. But then, right, these pillagers, you could make it so they only spawn in a certain biome, and you've made the terrain of the biome really hazardous. So then, you know, like you can do some vanilla style farming, building farms, but with whole new challenges. And I just love the idea of it, to be fair. And it would be a lot of work to recreate the game from the ground up like that, but I'm hoping someone out there is going to do it, because I would love to take a look at something like that and play it for myself. I would, you know, if these things... Surprise T says you can't add blocks. Yeah, I was trying to make it clear I'm talking about repurposing them, right? So, granite we're going to turn into metallic blue, and then granite is never craftable or visible in the world. It's just, you can do that now because you have control over the terrain. The terrain and the biomes was like, I think, the missing link for making this stuff happen in my mind. That was the thing that you needed to set it apart, essentially. No more diorite, says Cyrodem. Yeah, well, you can go in now and create a data pack that doesn't put diorite in your world. Then, if you pair it with a resource pack, you can take the diorite blocks, give them your own textures, and then add a crafting recipe to bring them into the world. Like, and the fact that it's done through a data pack makes it very accessible. Yeah, you could always do it with modded, but modded is, you know, just not as accessible as the vanilla game. Which is why these changes are so fantastic, and I'm excited about them. We're seeing a lot of what Mojang promised many years ago is kind of like come to life these past few updates. And I really think the development team are doing a cracking job with Minecraft. Some of the more like vanilla-oriented stuff, let's say, you know, new mobs that are being added, they come down to taste a little bit sometimes. But the technical stuff they're doing is terrific, especially some of the bug fixes. Like, let me show you a bug fix right now. If I hold shift and go down onto that block, I can fall over here, right? But in the next update, you'll actually stay on that block when you drop down. Little things like that have just been annoyances in the game for a long time. They've just kind of become accepted, and I feel like they just keep finding really good bug fixes and optimizations. And so, the future of the game for me is a promising one. The fact that Minecraft has expanded its game and tweaked it to keep it all relevant all these years is incredible, really, isn't it? Says Baratok and his friends. That's a great question. It was a question. It was like one of those statement questions, you know, putting the question mark on the end. I like it. I do wonder if Minecraft, for example, has a little bit of a fluke to why it's so successful. And what I mean by that is that we could look at Mojang and say that, you know, they're just geniuses and they've made all the right decisions. I don't really think that's true. I don't think you can put it on Notch's shoulders or anyone really as if they've had a stroke of genius. I think the game itself is just absolutely brilliant. Like, the stars kind of align. It's virtual Lego. The blocky nature and simplicity of the visual aspects means it's so broadly appealable to people. You know, when you start with a game that looks relatively ugly, you can make things look pretty in it. If you make your game look gorgeous and lush and players find it difficult to then make things of the equivalent like beauty or artistic value, then it's like a downhill trajectory, right? You're going to turn off players. If your game is really good to look at, and people struggle to make their own good looking things in it, it's not going to be as appealable as a game that kind of looks ugly in a lovable way, but then you can make gorgeous looking things in it. It's also just come here at just the right time, you know. Perfect timing with a shift in the gaming industry, with streaming and video culture changing drastically. It's got these factors to it that are like right place, right time, and it's just got enough of them that it all lines up, and nothing has come along and overtaken this game. All the Minecraft clones, all the things that are very close to it, have relatively come around with a knockoff vibe, and no one's come and done it better. And so those things, the stars aligning, and this game just being the genius little thing that it is, and no one coming along and making essentially Minecraft 2, doing this better. Okay, so I see a question mark about another game, several other games actually, so yeah, we'll address that. Okay, so Satisfactory, for example, doesn't have the Minecraft charm to it at all. Okay, yes, you can build and create and tinker, but the graphics of the game are very, very detailed, very immersive, and that's actually its downfall for competing with something like Minecraft. Minecraft's graphics are like not realistic, are they? And that's its charm. It's so much easier to build and create with that sort of, you have to use your imagination to see it. Let's just look outside, right? You know, the things that you see here are blocky, but they tell you stories. They tell you what type of building Grian's got going on over here. They tell stories about shape and colour, and you, with your imagination, experience it as something a little richer than it is. When the game gives you all the detail, right? The high detailed textures, the shapes, you know, you can have buildings that are prefabricated to look very realistic, but when you do that, it also becomes very tedious for the player to achieve the same thing, both technically and both creatively. And so this line of simplicity with the blocks that we're looking at in this game, this is where its brilliance is, because it enables so many people to come in and be able to play it, right? And be able to explore their imagination and make the things come to life within it. That's why a game like Satisfactory doesn't compete with Minecraft, because it's you know, it's a different kettle of fish, as they say, And that's not to knock Satisfactory, but Satisfactory is doing something entirely different as a game. Is, I guess, what I'm getting at, right? There we go, that's the texture we want. That was a bit of a waffle, wasn't it? A good waffle, I hope. Let's read the noises in the ear, then we'll read chat. We have Arab here with a donation saying, I saw an article where you said they were holding your money due to a tax issue and not responding to support tickets. And then you've sent me that Twitch clip that went viral. Yes, so I spoke to my Twitch representative, as I mentioned. I have actually spoken to someone who works at Twitch now, which is kind of remarkable after so many years of automated systems and silence. Maybe they're taking after the YouTube model and starting to switch things up because YouTube have made extensive efforts to communicate to their creators, and I think on YouTube's behalf there is a big hurdle of automation and distance to overcome, but they have clearly taken strides to do that. Maybe Twitch doing that as well. But I didn't really get anywhere with our first conversation, and that's the first thing we're tackling. Twitch just withheld a chunk of money from me one tax year without any explanation, and when I sort of went, you know, where is it, what do I do to get it, couldn't get an answer, just this automated system and people that didn't know how to help. So, you know, that's my experience with Twitch, and hopefully that will change moving forward. Now I've got someone there to speak to. One thing I can't do is help other people. I asked, you know, hey, if I've got friends that have issues, can I come to you? And the guy was like, that's, you know, unfortunately not how we operate. Whereas YouTube, for example, it's like, if I've got an issue, if someone else has got an issue, I can go talk to my rep and say, hey, can you help them? And they'll do what they can. And that's just like that's just a policy thing, right? Like, companies have to figure out how to set up their staff and how to get them to work and what the objectives are. And so, you know, I asked, and I'm fine with the answer because it's just a guy doing his job, right? And somewhere in the system, they decided that's not the way they're going to do things. Right, so basically what I'm saying is I won't be able to help you, because if I get any help, it's because I've got a contact who's able to actually make the ticket system work for me, because it didn't work when I didn't have a contact, right? Is what I'm saying. Sumer is the master waffler, says Wiala. What does that mean? Is that a good or a bad thing? I'm really not sure. We're going to be able to see down onto the room, so we'll see the shroom light. So we'll embrace the shroom light and put the shroom light in the middle. Where's my lights at? We're going to take these shroom lights, put them, how many do I want? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I feel like I probably just want some sort of wooden texture in there as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By the way, I can take down this scaffolding because all of this over here is done as well. Look at this. Look at this. 10 pages. Oh, it's all in there. All the info's in there. Right, Fuzzy Drake 408 has subscribed. Zeph Echo is here for 10 months. We've got Oni 208 saying, hey X, how you doing? I'm doing great, thanks for asking. Thank you for your cheers and bits. We've got It's Chuck 13 with the Prime. Dodgy Steve 08 with the Prime as well. Phase Up 5 has subscribed for 3 months. Luna Chaos is here with the Prime. Little Joe 27 for 27 months. Oh, look at that. 27 for 27 months. Wooden Rails is here for 3 months. We got TNY Wizard here with the cheers and bits. Thank you so much. No message with that one. RyXNXX is here with the 2 months. We got Osiris maybe. Here with a nation saying, it is the exact same reason that Lego are still being sold today. So many knockoffs, but nothing really beats it. Minecraft is fantastically developed the game that also came out at the perfect time in my opinion. Yeah, I really agree with you there. Thank you for the donation. You've made me think of something. You know, yeah, no one knocked Lego off. And maybe when something is that good, it just becomes the monopoly, right? Maybe we'll be playing Minecraft for a long time. I do feel like the Java engine, you know, pretty much holds this game back, probably, right, to some extent. But at the same time, what's weird is the Bedrock implementation of the game is so clunky that this version's kind of held really strong. It's kind of peculiar how they've sort of built up what you might have initially considered the successor alongside Java Edition, but it just can't match it. So the fact that this game is built on Java may one day end up haunting it a little bit, perhaps. That's the only thing I can think about that. Is that it might one day just be like, okay, this is just too old and clunky compared to what we can do. And that'll probably come with like some big advancements in, I don't know, game design or how engines work. Surprise T says, I wonder how it took another company 10 years with resources, Hightail team, to compete with Minecraft. Surprise T, I would say the answer to that is because Hightail came from the Minecraft community, and I imagine that a lot of other companies would probably have like executives making decisions and would be looking at it more from a, oh, we need to compete with Minecraft and make money kind of perspective, right? Whereas with Hightail, you're talking about people who know Minecraft and therefore would know how to make a game that can compete with it. However, you know, Hightail is definitely going for a adventure angle, and so it's not going to compete with Minecraft in the same way you think it would. And with all the things I've seen with it over time, one of the things that actually feels a little bit unappealing to me in that game is building, funny enough, because it just looks like it's got too many blocks built for purpose. And talking about simplicity again earlier, like, it's the simplicity of this game that lets it flourish. And I think if Hightail just give you too many building options, it will not have quite the same charm that this game has. Oh, jeez! I knew that was around here somewhere, and I knew I had to be careful when building it, and then I went and I ruined it. I ruined it. Let's just put that there. It's going to pop all the blocks out, isn't it? Luckily for us, these are quite nice and easy to spot and put back in the chest, actually. Yeah, that's not so bad. If I'd have broken multiple ones, then they would have gotten all mixed up, and that would have been a pain in the bum. I also don't know what the signs said, but I think I can probably remember. Right, that's all the mini blocks out of my inventory. I left one space for people to put their diamonds, right? So it probably said 2 diamonds for 1 head, and then I probably called them utility mini blocks. Sometimes I refer them to as heads. Yeah, over here I've referred to them as heads over and over again. I'm going to borrow a couple of those and get some dyes. Let's grab those dyes, throw them down, pass them all around. Right, so we got noises in the ear from Mar10 Parry for 5 months saying, Hex, I enjoyed the podcast earlier this week. Do you think you would do another one someday? I'd love to. I'd love to. I really enjoyed the experience. I don't know who I would do a podcast with. I'd be happy to do it with those guys again. That's the other thing. You like to know who you're podcasting with a little bit, right? I know there's other podcasts out there, but it's a case of who do you know. But yeah, I really enjoyed it and would love to do it again. Ed Network is here for 47 months. We've got Stormbrigger with a subscription. KedWeb1 for 4 months. Amoogle Doodles for 2. Ava Hosh Ikagi with a subscription. I'm already Tracer for 2 months. Saying, long time lurker, just wanted to say I appreciate your calm and collected stream and vids. Thank you ever so much, dude. I appreciate that. We've got cheers and bits here from Wilder Shins saying, I watched your old Walls video with Joe Hills and Hypno. You sounded so melancholy. Yeah, my older commenting voice was a little on the dull side, let's say. People are always like, oh, you sound so depressed. And it's like, well, I just hadn't learned to put my enthusiasm for things into my voice yet, you know? That took time. That took time to learn. Okay, so now this is going to be a little easier. Mob heads, 1 diamond for 4 heads. I feel like the H should be capitalized. I'm going to do it that way. Believe it or not, kind of makes life a little easier. Ooh. It's weird how when the items drop out of the chest, sometimes they can split a stack up. I always found that kind of weird. I forgot this one wasn't like completely full. And now I feel like some symmetry is needed. There we go. Boring voice. Nah, I believe it's super excited voice. Seriously, says Onion Proxima. I detect some sarcasm, you know. Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. Alright, Dash here with a donation and no message. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, dude. Appreciate it. We've got Ava Hosh Ikagi here with Chismit saying Linkin logs are kind of like Legos. Sort of. I used to love my Linkin logs. I am putting that on my list of to-dos. What are Linkin logs? Gonna go check that out. Appreciate the cheers and bits, dude. Thank you. We got Krads here with the Prime. Thank you for your support. Color MBs, 1 diamond, 1 head. Okay, there we go. You know, color, I never know what way to spell it. I always flip because in the UK we have a U, and then in the States you don't have a U, and then sometimes the spell checker on a website is like American, sometimes it's English. You'll never know what one I pick. Apparently I've gone with the American way today. Okay, that's all of them, isn't it? Alright, so we got Puggo here with cheers and bits saying, hey, X, hope you're doing well. When are you going to do a face reveal? Ah, when we hit... Okay, we agreed on this the other day, right? We're close to 1.5 on YouTube right now, and just the other day we said 1.5 would be our goal. And I'm not trolling. I'm not messing with you, okay? Don't do that oh X is gonna troll us thing again, right? I'm serious. Alright? When we hit 1.5 billion subscribers, I'll do a face reveal. Thanks, see you later. Huh? What? What's going on? Huh? I'm just drinking a bit of tea. Okay. Totally not trolling. Material MBs, 1 diamond for 1 head. Okay, there it is. Bam. And this one's loaded. Loaded with miniature blocks. Blocks of the miniature. And because of where I've put all of this, we can just shimmy on back into Daya. Shimmy on back into Daya. And there's one more that's missed. There we go. Right, and I need to add my own bounties. This one is empty, you see. Okay, so... I don't know what mini blocks I need. I was supposed to do this. I didn't actually write that down, which is kind of why I forgot. Okay, we've got Legia Gaming here for 2 months. We've got The Dork Knight 87 for 2 months. Sorry, 9 months even. Asking if there's any chance of a Hermitcraft podcast. So, like I said earlier, you need someone with the kind of energy and the want to do it, right? Like, if I went, do you know what? I want to do this so much that I'm going to take 4 hours out of my week every day and make this happen. Sorry, 4 hours out of my week once a week and make this happen. Then it can happen. But until someone decides they've got the time to do that, these ideas shall remain ideas, unfortunately. But I really think it's a good idea, and I might bring it up at a meeting again, because I think that kind of content is not only like great for all of you, but it's great for us as well. Like, it's so much fun. Why would we not want to do that? Okay, now I was thinking from the beginning that there needs to be something there in the middle. Now, what could we put in the middle that's like a simple... Like, I don't want to get all kind of like artistic and try and create a statue in a 3x3 block space. Although, that being said, there's some really good designs out there. Oh, and I could put I could put a mini block in its... Oh, maybe we should. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to... Let's see, make a new window. There it goes. Excellent. I'm going to put that over on this screen. And I'm going to search Minecraft statue. I used to build some of these back on the plot world. And when you build them frequently, you kind of remember the little ins and outs and the quirks, like what types of blocks. You have to use stairs. And having a look on Google image search, I can see one that's very replicable. But it's actually a 4x4. That one is also a 4x4. You kind of need 2 blocks for the head to make the head look big. Oh, those are gorgeous right there. Oh, maybe it wouldn't quite fit. Not a lot of these are actually 3x3. They're like 4x4 minimum. Now that's more... Okay, yeah, okay. We can do this. That's more along the lines of what we might have there in the middle. I know you can't see what I can see, but... Ooh, it's just so many interesting things. By the way, one of the other powers I think this game has is... Do any of you get excited when you see something someone else has done? Like, I can literally just go on a Twitch, type in Minecraft, and as soon as I jump into someone else's world, and they've got this room built out of this block and that block, it's kind of exciting. And I always think there's something really powerful about seeing what other people have done. It's almost like you have a dissatisfaction with your own creativity, and so when you see someone else doing something, it's like, oh wow, because it didn't come from you. I think that's a really big thing about this game. A really big thing that makes it, like, again, talking about its genius, is that you can always just go tune in and see what someone else is up to, and it's exciting. Nope, says Canned Forever. Canned Forever's like, nope, never. Why are you here? Stop watching if you're not excited. Jeez. I'm messing with you. So, there is, in fact, a really cool little statue design right here. It involves cauldrons, anvils, which I have plenty of, apparently. Let's actually put the cracked one in. Need some space in here. I need to put in some new, like, respawn anchors and stuff like that. Let's grab some iron so that we can make some cauldrons. Do you know what? I would like to see this crafting grid just be here. I don't like the crafting table. Okay, I think we need 2 of those. I'm pretty much going to do a replica. I probably could have just winged it a bit, but I really like the design I've found. It does kind of lack legs, but we'll get away with that. We're going to have 2 of these. Then we're going to need some cobblestone, which I've actually been dreadfully low on lately. Which is a reminder to pick some up over here. Hadler whatever says, I saw another portal on Reddit. It was a sword that went from the otherworld to Nether. So beautiful. I saw that as well, and I immediately bookmarked it, and I thought, Season 8 of Hermitcraft, I'm going to build that. Don't know if I will, but that was such an incredible build. I would love to just have something like that lying around in this world, you know. Lacks legs sounds like PewDiePie. I don't get the reference. Well, obviously I know it's PewDiePie, but like, you'll see it. It just doesn't have legs, basically. Also, we've got a few blocks here that might as well just get thrown in the wishing well. Put these things into here because we're done with them. Iron also came from there. Right. So from the redstone box, we need an observer. Now this thing has wall on top, which I really like. We can give it our own colour of wall. In that room, I think orange is actually going to work. That's like the other colour you see in there from the lanterns and the shroom light. And I think we kind of got everything. A couple of slabs. Now, I want to do something. I'm gonna quit. That's the best way to... Oh. What are these worlds? What am I going to ruin? Oh, I'm probably going to ruin something big time right now. No! No, you didn't see anything on those signs. Those are not plans and secrets. Okay, diorite wall might be the one I go for. I'm going to go for the diorite wall. I wish we had access to that in survival. Just the ability to remind yourself of what blocks are in the game. And I wouldn't have any diorite to hand, would I? Why would I have diorite to hand? That's just disgusting. Asuma, what are you doing at the moment, says the Jabberwocky. We're going to make a little statue, my friend. A little statue. Yes, I want to change this. Okay, so... I'm going to go with that. And maybe I go with diorite slabs. That might be a bit yucky, but I'll give it a try. And then that would mean I need some diorite at the bottom. Actually, no, we kind of need the contrast. So we'll go with quartz at the bottom, right? Those can actually belong in here, they're the same sort of colour. So quartz stairs. Although I do prefer smooth quartz stairs. And how many of these do I want to have? I think 4. Let's get 4 lots of that. Oh, wait a minute, I'm forgetting something here. I believe I can still make this work, actually. Yeah, I can make it work. Okay, so we're going to go with that. That means we get to keep the lights. I might put white wall over them, that might help. And now we're going to build this thing. So we're going to have that, followed by this. I'm going to bump my head on here. I knew this was going to happen. I'm actually going to remove this entirely here in the middle. Okay. Then we shall need things either side of this. We're going to go... Can't actually do that, can I? There we go. And then we need our second cauldron. Now we need our hoppers. Hibbity hoobity hopper. Whoop. Got that. We need our hat, we need our heads, and we need our shoulder pads. Oh, I did it wrong. Oh, I did that. Don't I know how to redstone? Don't I know it goes the other way around? What's wrong with me? Where'd that go? In the hopper? Didn't it just? Didn't it just? Where else would it go? Nowhere of use, that's for sure. I think if you place it there, then it's going to be the right way. Wonderful. And I kind of wanted to stay on there, and I was holding shift. And that's a bug that's fixed in the next update of Minecraft. I've got to go one more, haven't I? Okay, here's your hat. And here's your shoulder pads. And then we just need one more block. One more block! That's all we need. Did I get rid of the one with all the mini blocks in? I did not, thank goodness. It's got cobble in it. What is the most iconic mini block to say mini block area, right? And bear in mind, I don't feel like travelling all the way back to my base. So what if we limited to this selection? I really don't know. People are saying grass. You're actually right. And I actually think it's probably worth finding that. I'm just going to pinch one out of there. I'm even going to pay for it. So if someone's browsing, then they kind of understand, oh, I just leave my diamonds in that chest. In case that was somehow confusing. Right? I paid for it. I paid for my own block. That's how dedicated I am, people. Didn't I use a block to... Yeah, I did. I used one to shimmy up here. Okay, so now we just got to put that there. Oh, the fact this diagonal is really good, because otherwise it would line up perfectly with the wall. So now it's holding that block. And we've got a mascot in this room. And the room is finished. I actually think that's terrific. Look at that. What do you think? Oh, peeps are saying Wandering Trader Head. You know what? That would have been another great one to put on there, but that works just fine, I think. Big shoulders. I like it. Yeah, the big shoulders are cool. Right, there we go. And that is actually the interior here done. So we're 54 minutes in. Feels good. The next objective is to change some of the faces and make them a little more interesting. Let's do a little bit of tidy up, though. Good to keep the inventory nice and sorted as you go along, I find. So we've got dyes. Probably going to need those again. Probably not going to need some redstone components. Of which we have one. So that can go back. Don't need that. Might need this. Lights. I can put my lantern and chain in there. What are we looking at? Those things go in there. Signs go back over here. It's always good to do this. Just take a minute here and there to keep on top of stuff. Right, do I have one for stone? I do. It's kind of full. But we can put a bit more in there. Alright, that's looking way better. So stone goes back in. Wood goes back in. Sweet, that's a little bit better. A little bit tidied up. The, talking of not going back to my base, the other thing that I need is probably back at my base. Well, we'll go back to the base then. Why are you so calm, says BB Swabby. Well, why would I not be calm, I guess? I don't know, maybe I'm just a calm person. I work on trying to be calm. I know what it's like to be frustrated, aggravated, irritated. And I find those things to not be so self-serving. To be indulged in anger, to be indulged in frustration. And so, when I experience those feelings, I try to be able to step away from them. And maybe just by practicing that for so long, I've just become a lot calmer. And that therefore probably translates to what we're doing here now, right? Not got a lot on my mind that would make me bothered right now. Not a lot at all. Okay, I'm going to leave that for sorting later. Going to pick these up. These are good for the project we're working on. Lyrical boxing. Still remember the raps, says Eleanor Brandt. Do I have to do it? Do I have to do it? But I'm behind on noises in the ear. Oh, I got to read them out. I can't be doing raps in the middle of a stream. And there's 6,000 people watching. I'm going to look like a complete dork. Jeez. Is it what you want? A dork rap right now? I thought you were enjoying some Minecraft. Alright, alright. Here we go. No, I'm going to do it in the overworld. Hey, press the right button. Because I can remember it. We do this too often though. I feel like it's like too... Dork rap. People like that one. New genre of music. Dork rap. Okay. Lyrical boxing. Dropping blows on all my foes in the G team. They're looking unclean, needing some sunscreen, getting burnt by words to hurt this herd of nerds. It's absurd how my rhymes got them injured. Danger, danger. I got lasers to cut them up like razors. It's flexing season and I got flavour. No weak defences like trenches and fences that these dense heads are presenting. They're presenting them alright. I could jump over that. I could throw an ender pearl. I'm pretty sure I butchered a couple of lines there, but I know that one very well because I wrote it and I had an absolute blast writing it. If ever there's a reason for me to write a rap, I'm on board. You know, I hope that there can be some more hermit raps in the future. Noobmaster says that's actually quite good. Thanks. Well, I listen to a lot of hip hop, and I used to write poetry, and I know a bit about rhyming. So when the opportunity arose, I jumped on it with enthusiasm and passion. Let's say. Right, what we need is actually this here to get up there, and now I need wall blocks. Oh yeah, we went and got these things, right? Got our wall, and then we need some pink blocks. Where are they? Oh, they're in this one. Pink, and then some. Ooh, do we actually have terracotta to hand, or do we have to go all the way back to my base to grab it? Because I don't think I've put terracotta into any of these chests, which should at least have a little bit. It does actually appear that I've got some available. I see terracotta there. There's yeah, here we go. Right, dem noises in that ear. What about it, X? What about it, they said. I'll tell you what about it. We gotta learn about it. We gotta find out what's going on. Because I'm behind. Very behind. Tanny Glace for 14 months. Terradula. Here with the Prime. Fuzzy Drake 408 with a donation saying, first, Hermitcraft stream. Just wanted to thank the entire HA crew for all the work you put into the server. Following season from the start has been great. It's bedtime for me now, but it was nice winding down into my single player world watching CAO or CIO. I don't know how you say that word. Thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate it. If you're still there, it has actually been a few minutes, but I appreciate the donation ever so much, and Sorry for waffling so much, jeez. Stormbringer is here with the cheers and the bits, saying, Asumo, I wanted to ask you, what do you use to run the Hermitcraft server? We're currently using lithium on fabric. That is what we're doing at the moment. Thank you for the cheers and bits, dude. Inoxion is here with... Ooh, look at that. Look, the ceiling would be slightly different. Ha. Now, the old me would get all kind of like OCD about that and realise, oh, wait a minute, you know, can't do that. But I think what I'm going to do is put some carpet on the ceiling just to cover up where it's white. For anyone flying over. Not worth fussing about that sort of stuff. That's what I've learned. Okay. Where are we at? I feel like I read the name out, but then not the message. Inoxion is here with cheers and bits, saying you should have a bell that rings when hermits enter the exchange to give it a stock exchange feel. Could do. I guess that could be set up with redstone, right? But it's not a stock exchange, it's a marketplace, really. You've reminded me, though, there's actually... I was going to head back to our base after doing a little bit of this, but I'm reminded that there are actually more plans I have for this that I might as well get underway while we're over here. I mean, I did say it was going to be my thing to get this shop, like, open for everyone. At least that was my... Oh, jeez, breaking everything plan. Love how that almost sounded like a sentence. Now, here's where I think... Okay, actually, no, that looks right. That should be a block-to-block accurate sheep head. Yeah, it is. So, up the top here, we now have that, which we can fix with a little bit of one of these. Which one is it? It's that one. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is all we need. 6 in the mix. Okay, we've got Pugo here with cheers and bits saying, when are you going to invite me to the Hermitcraft server? I'm joking, but can you tell me how you're so good at Minecraft, I really want to get better? Well, I've been playing for a long time is one thing. How do you get better at something? You practice. You do it over and over again. I've had a lot of practice at playing this game. I've had a lot of practice at making videos, and I've had a lot of practice at streaming, so now I'm quite comfortable with all of those things. So one of the things to do is to keep playing the game and keep trying, but you've got to push yourself a little bit as well, okay? You got to be able to not give up. It can be quite easy just to go try and do something in a creative world and then get frustrated, right? So you got to avoid that frustration and try and keep focused on pushing yourself and learning, and learn from your experiences. You got to fail, right? You got to build something bad to learn how to build it good. Because you're like, man, that sucked. But then you got to be like, why does that building suck? Oh yeah, it's because the roof is flat. And build a steeper roof. All right, it looks a bit better, but what could it do with now? Some more detail? And go chuck some blocks on it. That didn't work. Try some different blocks. You know, that's the way you got to approach it. Now, the bee texture appears to be, get it, pun, 7 by 7. It appears to be 7 by 7. That would make it too big to fit in that area, I believe. I believe. That is a deliberately dorky laugh. This is 5 wide. We can make it to 7 quite easily. I think the fox face is going to get knocked off. And the fox, if I've got it on my other screen at the moment, the fox is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's also 7 as well. So hopefully we can find a home for the fox face. The fox face is 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you got the ears. You could almost squeeze it into that area, but probably not. But now that we're working with actual face sizes, I think we're going to end up making stuff that's way better. So, what did I say? 7 by 7 for the bee? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to extend it. I feel like actually putting the whole thing down by 1 block. So that means those wall blocks up the top are going to go. There we are. X, where is the Strider face? The Strider face... Oh my goodness me, I could use my own face to help a little bit. Because the Strider face has like a 16 by 16 sort of texture scale to it, which I really didn't like, and I tried to like it, but I really feel like it's a couple too many blocks for how things are done in this game. But I guess there are exceptions of all the textures, really. But most of them are more blocky. The Strider is the least blocky of all textures, I think, for a face. Gotta be. Right, I also need to catch up with noises in the ear, so let's go ahead and... Are any of these going to be the same? Probably not. We're going to just rip out the entire face, I think. Let's minimize my textures on the other screen so I can see the noises. We've got Annabomb Banana here, gifting a sub to Little Banana Fiend. Or Friend, actually. Little Banana Friend. What a lovely name. I like it. Anna, thank you as always for gifting subs. We've got Widder Shins here, saying, being able to put your ego aside and compare your own creations to others is super constructive. Yes, yes, definitely, definitely. That's a very good point to point out. Although if someone is asking from the perspective of like, how are you good, I'm not, which is the kind of tone of the question, I think, then they're probably not that egotistical. But yeah, you do need to be able to look at your own stuff in that kind of light. I feel like I'm a very rational, non-egotistical person who wouldn't have that problem. But then, if you did have that problem, you kind of wouldn't know. So I always wonder, like, maybe I do. Like, I don't know. I really don't think I do. Like, I feel like I'm pretty level-headed with stuff I create and comparing it to other people or whatever. But Puff the 420 Dragon is here with the Prime. Widder Shins, thank you again for the cheers and the bits. We've got DJ Gamer 0305 with the Prime. We've got Guernsey Donkey here for cheers and bits, saying, I love how Wells fitted a rap into his episode. Yeah, that was really cool. I loved that rap. I thought it was awesome. I thought everything about it was great. Really fantastic. I also find it funny that Wells was doing a rap, because Wells doesn't listen to rap and hip-hop. He's not a fan of it, I think. Just going off of memory. And yet he, like, nailed it. He did a fair and competent rap, let's say. Okay, so we're going to go grab us some yellow wool. We want the yellow wool because it's fuzzy. I think we need to, if we're going to do it on a bigger scale, we need to mix in other yellow colours. Those two go together great. I'm not sure what other yellowish block, what we got in there. Maybe yellow terracotta. Yeah, those three will probably make a really good, like, sort of triple tone to this. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That might be the last time we use that. Actually, no. Looking at the texture, we're going to put here. Am I done that wrong? B head is not. It's 7 by 7. Am I? 1, 2, 3. Wait, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, right. I've miscalculated this a little bit then. Vanilla Tweaks idea. Strider text to remodel. The remodel could have less pixels and look more blocky. Yeah, I think that would be a nice tweak. Just make it a little bit more uniform with the game's style, really. But I know Jasper tweeted about it that he wanted it to be deliberately different, which I think is good for the most part, but just like my personal taste for that is not quite. Do you know what other texture actually has quite a lot of pixels? Is the squid. The squid's face has got quite a bit of detail to it. I think it's like 9 or 11 blocks wide instead of just 8. 8's kind of like the standard. Then smaller mobs like the chicken are a little different. Anyway, let's get this bee texture here done. So we can ignore the eyes for a second and go like that. Actually, I think I'm going to make this mostly solid. I need a bit of scaffolding here. And at some point, we're going to make it slightly different. And we're going to try and do it as close to the initial texture as we can. So I think that means we're going to do that. And then I'm going to put... you there and there. Ah! Fell off. Let's get the scaffolding extended. So there and there. And then on this side, I'm going to go with... just... Did I make this tall enough? I did, yeah, I made it tall enough. I'm going to put it there, because we're going to have... Right, we've got black wall. I'm actually going to use that and some black blocks. And I got noises coming in the ear, and I'm so sorry I'm so far behind. I have the bee texture up on my other screen, so I'm kind of focusing on that for a second, and then we'll get back to it. We also need 2 of those. Okay, so black wool we're going to put here and here. Yellow wool will now go into all of this space. Give it that kind of fuzziness up top. Okay, then we need the eyes and the black wool. The eyes are on the inside. Beautiful. Oh. Beautiful stuff. I actually think the eyes might benefit from being wool. Now, the other thing is, like, how do they look? It doesn't look as good, actually, it being so big in a weird way, but I think I will accept that I don't want to spend forever rebuilding stuff over here, so that'll do. Okay, let's minimize that and read these noises in the ear. We got Freddy B Gaming here with a donation saying, recently I got my girlfriend into watching you and the Hermits. Apparently us watching your stream now is my fault. Can you say hi to Heather for me? Hello, Heather. Yes, keep up the great work. Loving all the content. Glad you're both enjoying it. That's awesome. We've converted another one. Thank you so much, Freddie. Appreciate the donation. We got Naffin MC here for 6 months. We got Kaiko0901 with the Prime. Moistmaster123 has subscribed. We've got Random Cookie here with the Prime, and Grim Goal is here with the cheers and bits saying, hey, Assume, loving the stream and thanks as always for being such a kind and positive person. It does go a long way for people like me who get frustrated and angry far too quickly. Quick question though, do you have any tips for staying focused when doing stuff you love? I love to write, but it's like pulling teeth to sit and even think about doing it. First of all, thank you for the lovely message, and I do have some tips, but I don't feel like they're particularly power tips, like, this is going to change your life, you know, here's a little trick. I think you got to accept it's kind of hard work to work on that kind of stuff, and so I constantly get distracted when I do things. Like, if I need to refer to my web browser, that usually means I'm like, right, I'm doing myth busting, I need to look something up on the wiki, and then it's like, oh, now I'm looking at Twitter, and now I'm looking at this thing that someone tweeted. I think you have to be, like, you have to go into it reminding yourself that you're gonna get distracted and keep yourself on track, right? That can be quite tricky. So I don't know what the best advice is, other than to be attentive and to be, like, aware and do your best to kind of keep on top of it, so to speak, you know? The fact that you're asking means you're aware of it. That's like a positive starting place, right? And so you just want to kind of take it from there. I'm looking for other mob heads to implement here. Like, I could put in the ocelot and it would essentially be the same as the cat. I could also move the chicken down here and then we could put the fox up top. So the chicken is actually like a 4-block wide texture. So what are we going to put in here? The ocelot, that would go in just fine in that space. 2 or 1 block over, go 1, 2. Yeah, we're going to take up this space. The land's kind of close. I'm actually going to make sure there's more of this white block visible. Oops, like that. Okay, so then the height of the chicken is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 4. I feel like it being lower could be kind of beneficial. So we're going to go with that. Whoopsie. I'm going to move the chicken down here. And I need a shovel. I need a shovel. Could you try the creeper face? The creeper face is an 8x8 and it's quite difficult to reduce it. Yeah, I think the creeper face is a bit much. Most of the hostile mobs that have a block face are 8x8, which makes them a little tricky to reduce in size. We got K1W1 Peaches here with cheers and bits. Sorry, no, with the Prime. Thank you so much for subscribing. We've got Smuggles here with a donation saying, Hex, have you ever considered doing a tour of other servers? XCOM came onto the Enltech server the other day and it was so much fun. Server tours isn't really a thing that I do. It's not something that crosses my mind, I guess. I'm very focused in on what I do that works, which is Hermitcraft, you know, and snapshots and myth busting, and don't really have too much time to dedicate to other things, so it's not the sort of thing I'd look to do. But thank you for the donation, dude. I appreciate it. I did that kind of stuff in the past, you know. I used to have a channel dedicated to touring the plot world, and used to do plot showcases and LPMT vanilla patron server tours on my second channel, stuff like that. If ever you want to go check them out, I mean, they're still there, and you know, the things that they show, the buildings, are still great, because you know, a good building is a good building. Right, we were doing a chicken, weren't we? And we got a sub bomb here. It's Weasel Buster gifting subs. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna sneeze. I need to mute. Emergency mute. That one actually kind of subsided. Hobby Coot, Ben Hamanino, Webby Master 64, Abla Klein, Sindgon. You've all been gifted subs by Weasel Buster. Weasel Buster, thank you ever so much. Appreciate it. We got Steve. I'm going to call you Steve Veg. It's Steve G 2110 with the Prime and GRT SQU. Thank you for your subscription. My friends, we are all caught up on the noises in the ear. We are free to waffle for as long as we need. Let's get the chicken head back on my screen. Chicken head, where you at? So we know we want white wall. We know we want that. The other problem is I kind of want to offset it with another white colour, and I was going to go with concrete, and then I remembered that we have smooth jazz. Smooth jazz. Maybe make a jelly head to please Scar. Is the jelly texture the same? Actually, let's have a little click on that. On the cat. Yeah, it's the same head size, so it's a matter of texture. And the jelly one, I'm waiting for it to come up. I'm not sure which one is the jelly one. I feel like I'll know it when I see it. Most of these are pretty doable. That's jelly. Jelly's probably quite doable, but I'm just going to leave the cat as it is. Maybe Scar can come along and change it if Scar's got the right combination of blocks for the project. So the chicken has this streak of slightly brighter white at the top. Below it, it has this. It's got its eyeballs, which we're going to go with black concrete, which means I need to go fish out a little bit more. Just looking for a little bit of contrast sometimes between the flat and the wall texture, right? You know, just hop over the one that's actually got it and... Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. It doesn't got that we need. Why I be talking like this? Do not know, do I? Feel like we should have more of it. Let's go get some from up here. Bam! I feel like my sound's off. My sound off? No, it's not. What time are you streaming till, says VMRG. I am streaming for the next 40 odd minutes, and then it's the one, the only AFK currently on the server, Rendiggity Dog, taking over after me. No! Pearl fail. That was a pearl fail right there. Oh jeez, currently not actually AFK Rendiggity Dog. The standing still Rendiggity Dog. You might notice I like saying Rendiggity Dog. I like that Snoop Doggification, you know. For shizzle. Right, let's go put the black concrete in place. Here is your chicken eye. Okay, so below it, 2 shades of yellow. One of them looks like this, and one of them is a bit darker. Do we have a slightly darker than yellow terracotta? Maybe I could get... What did I do up there? That is a good question. Stay hydrated! A message in chat there. A PSA. Public service announcement. You know, I might end up... Oh, wow, we took a bit of damage. Might end up going around and putting them all the way around. So we've got some uniformness, because apparently that annoys me. So where I condensed it, it just made it a bright yellow. Do you know what? Don't need to fuss about it too much. I think these 2 colours will do the job, even if not entirely accurate. Alright, that does the job, doesn't it? So then we got like a nice bright red and then 2 white wall. I think I'm going to go with concrete on this one. Although it's... Is it less bright than the... I feel like it's got to be this. Just feels a tiny bit brighter, perhaps. Perfect. Yeah, this was a good idea to change it. It was a good idea to change it. The bee face was just a bit much. It was a bit big, wasn't it? Now, we said we're going to put the fox around to here. I don't think I thought that through. No, we said we put the ocelot here, right? The ocelot's got like a really pale yellow that's going to be hard to translate. It's going to look like a second cat. So I think maybe actually before we change the bee here, we need a bit more of a plan. That's what's going on anyway. Chicken is too long. The chicken is actually the same as it is in-game. That is the same amount of pixels. We're doing the faces pixel perfect now. So the pig, for example, would be a... What is that? It's actually an 8x8. But if you want to reduce the size, making it 6x5 probably looks a little better. I think it would look better with wool instead of pink like that. In fact, in general, that doesn't look so great, does it? So this one here can stay, but we might need to move it. Chicken's got to go. Enderman can stay as well. So we're kind of in need of about 3 heads to put into this project. And I've got to keep in mind that we're taking some out. So I don't think the pig is really going to fit in. 7x7 is kind of the biggest we're going to go in this area due to the size of the building, which I could make a little bit taller, I guess. And considering actually, let's think about that for a second. Could I make all of these 8x8? What kind of modification would that require? Like 7x7, we can make it 1 block taller, not a problem. So then 8 would be here. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I want to rebuild that whole wall and push it out? It's not the worst thing ever. If we end up with a better product, it's visible from further away if we do 8x8. I'm going to see if we have a couple of faces here that are a little bit smaller that we can squeeze in. Like the villager, for example, is also 8x8. It almost looks like it's smaller. Llama is 8x8. Enderman is actually 8. So will most of the hostile mobs be. Pillagers. I could do something fun with a pillager and villager face over here. So we're essentially going to rebuild the entire top area. And we've moved that one down. We've decided this one isn't very good. And that is the other face we're going to move down. So we won't really lose a lot, okay? I think we're going to gain by making the quality here better overall. So, yeah, I think we've got a plan now. People are saying turtle. The front of the turtle face is nothing but green blocks. So it doesn't really make sense unless you see it with the fuller kind of context, right? If you make a villager, make it with a big 3D nose. Absolutely. I'm not sure if we will or not. I'll think about it. Moist Master 123 is here with cheers and bits saying, hey X, is there anyone new you're thinking about in the Hermitcraft? Also, would love to see you on some more podcasts. We're currently not talking about recruiting at all. You know, the group, we've said this many times, the group feels very full where it's at right now, you know. And we're just kind of leaving it like it is, I guess. But thank you ever so much for the donation, appreciate it. Mr. Raspberry's here with cheers and bits saying, hey X, love your work. What is the resource pack you use to hide the totem? It's one that I'm not sure is on vanilla tweaks yet or not, but Tango sent it to me. And it just hides whatever's on your offhand. I think specifically food and totems. Actually, no, I think it is on vanilla tweaks. Let's have a look. Oh no, there you go. Well, that's what it's called. It hide totem offhand. It also hides food. Or maybe vanilla tweaks hides food. I don't know. I don't know. Too many questions. Not enough answers. Okay, we've got to take away blocks from over here. So if I... Wow, this is a cluttered inventory all of a sudden. So what did I use? The black blocks at the side, concrete that is. So we'll take that. And then these are unique, I think. No, maybe they're not. Right, we've also got Ravager with a resubscription for 5 months. Thank you so much, dude. I probably definitely butchered your name right then. I apologise. It didn't sound right at all, did it, peeps? Yellow Harold says, wait. 0 derps in an hour and 25 minutes? Something must be wrong. I think I'm just getting better at this streaming business, you know? You know, the derp was the old me. Now it's the new me. Watch out, you know? I don't make mistakes. That'll come back to haunt me. I'm pretty sure about that. Okay. We never like to waste a single block around here, do we? You did derp though, says Just Chillin'. Did I? I don't recall derping. I don't recall derping at all. Got no recollection of a derp today. What was in the middle? It was that, wasn't it? Hang on, I'm going to go refer to the texture so I don't mess it up. Where is that cat face? Yep, it's that. Then all the way across, one there. Okay, so we'll fill in those bits with dirt. Do this. And do you know what? This is going really well now. I wish I'd have actually chosen to done this from the beginning. A lot of this game involves trial and error, and it can be a little bit frustrating sometimes because you sink a lot of time into this stuff and then it's like, oh, I'm doing it differently now. Got to see that bit there, I think. Yeah, and we got to build a path here that connects up to somewhere else, so I don't know how that's going to go down. Okay, so now we're going to focus on the top area here. And a bit of a plan has come together. Rebuild the cat for jelly, says Sixth Planet. If Scar wants to come over here and change the blocks to make it a jelly cat, he is more than welcome to. But I'll let Scar do it because it's his cat, and I don't have the proper view of the texture to hand. And I'd like to do it proper because you've got to go and figure out what blocks you're going to use, and jellies are, I think, a bit more detailed and complicated, which kind of puts me off of it a little bit when I don't have the right stuff to hand. Okay, 4, 6, 7, 8, and then we've got to go over the top again. So let's go and put in this, I guess. So this building just got a little bit taller, which is cool. And we also got to think about width. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. 5 by 5 plus 1, 7, 8. So that would stay there, that next bit, which is important to know. So that stays there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then one more. Yeah. So quite a bit of rebuilding here to do now. Let's focus on getting this stuff done proper. I feel like this stuff should be instant mine, but of course it's not. It would be cool if the netherite made the concrete instant mine. That would be really cool. But it didn't. And that's okay. X. Hey X, how do you have a really silent mouse, or do you just filter out somehow? It's funny you say that because I actually have a loud click and I hear it in my videos all the time. So maybe the compression of the stream. It's probably the fact that there's music playing that just subtly disguises it, would be my guess. Hey X, may you repeat the totem resource pack? I didn't quite catch it, says Siash. I hope you're paying attention. There you go. Hide Totem Offhand is the name of it. Hide Totem Offhand. I can always hear the mouse. Yeah, now lots of people are saying that they're definitely there. Fair enough. Right, I think one thing I might not do right now is actually, believe it or not, build the new faces. I think I might just save that for another time, as there's more interesting stuff I want to take care of on this project. But we'll get the old faces ripped out, that we will do. And get the template in place for the new one. X, what did you have for breakfast, says Gamer2 438? Great question. Great question. I mean, you know I love talking about food. I had an apple. I had a hype bar, which is a, it's a protein bar, right? Like, I try to eat as healthy as I can. The one thing that I have, and I'm actually going to try and get away from eating them so frequently. I tend to have one a day, maybe once or twice a week I won't. But I love these. They're basically chocolate candy bars, but they're air quotes healthier because they're made with low sugar and they have a bit of, you know, protein supplement in them, like whey or something like that. So it's less of a sugary treat than normal. But what I've realised is that they are still candy bars essentially. Anyway, Hype Bar, I've been trying loads of different ones, and the Hype Bar is the lowest calorie of all the ones I've tried, and it's got a decent amount of protein, and it tastes the most like a chocolate bar, funny enough. The other ones have a bit more of a different flavour to them. You can kind of tell that they're loaded with protein, right? This one though, really chocolatey, and anyway, I quite like it. But I had that and an apple, and then I had some Skya Icelandic yogurt, which is very heavy in protein, and I had that with some fresh raspberries, tons of raspberries, like almost 200 grams of raspberry. I love berries. Berries are supposed to be the better fruit if you're conscious of how much like sugar and fructose you're consuming. And man, they are just some of the best to cook or to mix with other stuff. Berries and yogurt go so good. Berries in porridge are just wonderful. I try and have some berry fruit every day, basically. Blueberries or raspberries, just wonderful. Bananas are berries, are they? I don't know if for some reason they're classified as berries, but bananas are quite loaded with fructose, if I remember correctly. And distinction is that, you know, natural sugars, natural fruits don't wreak havoc on your system like the other stuff. What's the other stuff? What am I trying to say? Jeez. Like processed sugar, okay? All those sugar additives and stuff that you find in things like, you know, Coca-Cola and whatnot. That's the stuff you want to avoid. But yeah, that's me waffling about food again. Waffling about that food. Okay, let's get some of this wall packed away. I actually wanted to kind of keep the amount I had over here sort of balanced, if that makes sense. Coloured concretes go into here. We've got some terracottas as well, they'll go in a different chest. And why do we do this? It's to stay organised, peeps. It's to keep on top of our inventory. Alright, so back to these ones. Just going to put the terracotta in here, along with that. Black wall can go back over here. And then we're kind of good again. Although I've accumulated a lot of scaffolding. Ooh, that's the wrong way to do it. I guess I can just chuck them in here for now. Probably going to need a little bit actually. For what we're doing, let's go pick up those materials. We got Storms 420 for 3 months. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it. Someone in chat saying they just got a villager with mending. Awesome, dude. I remember recording a tutorial and just thinking, oh man, it's going to take me forever to get one with mending. And it was literally the first one that I tried I got mending on. And I was like, oh, that saves me a bunch of time. Oh, why is there like white concrete like this? That could have been a trap. Like if someone knew me, they knew I'd dig all those blocks and then I'd just fall into lava. Could have been a trap. But then again, it's Hermitcraft. No one's going to trap you. Some of the experts I listen to say that it's the speed at which the sugar carbs raise your blood sugar, glycemic index, that you want to watch. Yes, Thomas, I've heard that as well, and you can actually get meters to read them. That's something I'm not very well versed in. I mean, I'm not an actual expert who's trained or anything. I just listened so much to dietary information over the years that I feel like I've got a pretty good handle on some basic advice, right? But yeah, that's something I actually wanted to try at one point. I'm going to put that back on my note list. Glycemic index. You can get a tool to measure your glycemic like, what do we call it, value in your blood, and so you can see how you respond to different foods. And so if you're super into like health and fitness and conscious of that, it's just another tool that can help you improve your diet and your response to different foods. I was listening to a podcast with this guy he's a journalist who's been researching breathing and finding out that like breathing through your nose is kind of beneficial in many ways. And I have trouble breathing through my nose because I believe I have what they call a deviated septum. And whenever I've heard that term, I've always wondered what on earth it meant. It sounds kind of gross. But basically, for all of my life, I can either not breathe through my nose at all, or a tiny bit in a wheezy way. And then if I can breathe through it a little bit more, it's always one nostril or the other. And incredibly rarely, I'll be able to breathe through both nostrils. And it will change. This morning I could breathe through my left nostril, nice and easy. And then a little further into the day, I can't. So that's just like how it works for me. Anyway, apparently you can have an operation to fix all of this. And so I was thinking, well, now's not the best of times to be like heading into a hospital, but maybe I should just look at doing that. It could be life-changing, you know? What did you say it was called? Glycemic index? I used to have that. It was a deviated septum, says Randy Nicole. Yeah, really, the more I've heard that term lately, it just sounds like exactly what I've got. I always breathe through my mouth, says Yellow Harold. Yeah, I breathe through my mouth as well. And now I'm very keen and interested on like trying to change that, because it sounds like breathing through your nose is far more beneficial. Now, does that actually fit if we do it like that? Oh, it does by a block. Just by a block. That's pretty picture perfect right there. Okay. I think I packed away all the stuff, didn't I? I packed it all away. Right, peeps, I really need the toilet. I'm actually just going to go nip to the toilet a second. Be right back. BRB! Guess who's back? Back again. The Strider's back. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Do do do. Oh, we have too much fun, don't we? We have too much fun. The fun police will be here soon. Oi! Stop enjoying yourself. Right. We need some white concrete. Oh, that's where it all went. That's where it all went. Found it. Why is the music louder than X? It shouldn't be. According to my mixer, there's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong at all. X is so different on stream, says D-Timer. I am. You know, it's a different experience. Like, recording is stop and start, and, you know, projects are bigger. I'm explaining what I'm doing. Streaming is hanging out, doing grindy stuff, waffling about different topics, being a dork, making jokes. I mean, they are just like different products. But I think that's a really good thing, because if they were the same, it wouldn't make streaming that special. And I like that streaming is special. It feels special to me anyway. Ooh, we got a hole. We got a hole. We got a hole, not a half. Alpenglarp says recordings can feel a little formal, hence why I love live streams. Yeah, they are formal, but like, you know, we got both. That's what's so good. We can do both. It's not like one or the other. Puggo is here with Cheers a Bit saying, you're at 1.59 million. Only 1k to the face reveal. Oh, sorry, dude. 1.5 billion. You must have misheard me. We've got a fair bit further to go than that, but we'll get there one day, you know. In the year 21029. Widder Shins is here with Cheers and Bits saying Joe Rogan was talking to a guy who's an expert on the damage of mouth breathing. I'd like to clarify, he wasn't an expert, he was a journalist who was reporting on people he spoke to who could be essentially air quotes or medical professionals, who could be air quotes, who could be air quotes experts or, you know, medical professionals. That was the podcast I was listening to. Cutie Pie Panda is here with the Prime. Thank you for subscribing. Widder Shins, thank you again for the cheers and bits. They're the sort of podcasts of his I really like, when he talks to experts and lets them do the talking. That's what I tune in for as of late. Did you end up giving multiplayer Minecraft dungeons after the podcast? Oh yeah, we did play together. We had a great time. I've actually been wanting to do that again. Dungeons multiplayer is definitely more fun than single player. Without a shadow of a doubt. So I'm hoping to do that again. Oh, just going to realise I need to measure up this wall different because it's going to be bigger. Sacred Lotus wants to know how the middle click button works. Hopefully that answers your question. Use the middle click button. Yeah, if you use the middle click button, you get given what you're clicking on out of your inventory onto your hotbar. Alpenglarp says you should totally live stream it. Yeah, live streaming it could work. I just enjoyed playing it casually, you know. A bit different from the norm. It's good, good fun. I'm just going to leave the rest of that there for now. A little late to the party. What are you working on, says Chili Matt. Ooh, I'm working on not falling off of buildings, apparently. Not very good at it, though. We're working on the block exchange building, which was my plan for this stream anyway. I did actually have some other stuff on the list, but I kind of, once we got into the groove over here, I just wanted to keep going. Okay, so what we need to do is mine out all the blocks below it, like that. And also without actually mining the block we're standing on, which could be a little trickier than you might suspect. But not those ones. Yeah, okay. Gonna need some scaffolding now. Okay, so we've got to count 8. This is like 6 to here, 7, 8, and then the next one starts there, which seems about right. Then all of these blocks go as well. Okay, all of this. Almost at the 2-hour mark, his own plays. Yeah, getting there. Ren will be taking over after me. If you want to see the schedule for today's live stream, livestream.hermitcraft.com is the place to go. To be in the know. You know, it rhymes, that's good. And we got cheers and bits here. It's Harvest Mouse 44444 saying, hey X, speaking of practice, I'm working on my reactions by using blocks to parkour through a birch forest. Also, maybe a good vanilla tweak would be a texture for black concrete. so it'll be easy to use. I think the black concrete texture very much serves its purpose at the moment. I don't think it warrants a vanilla tweak. I don't know why you'd want to change it, actually. It's pretty much like the one flat black texture, right? Wall has got actual texture in it. So I wouldn't change it at all, personally. Right. Not sure if this bit actually needs to get ripped out. I'm pretty sure it does. Pretty sure all of that needs to get ripped out. Thank you for the cheers and bits, dude. We got XX Saladas here with the Prime. We got Mrs. G, aka Blondie, with the Prime. Thank you so much. Appreciate your support. Okay, I want to go up here, and then we've got to count it out 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the next bit goes up. So it kind of leaves us with a weird overhang here. I like the way that lined up with this building before, but now it's like, looks sort of awkward. I've got an idea though. I think this thing might end up just going all the way across, right? Then it's like, where is it actually? And it's actually just below all of that, so we'll walk around the front and have a look. We might get away with this one. Oh, jump over here. One thing I was thinking about doing was making a walkway from, you know, this place to that place. Actually, now that I think about the layout of the room, there's like literally... I guess you could walk down and then into this side, so... The problem is you'd have to walk quite a ways away. Yeah, there's probably no good connection point. We'd have to change... There's a room up there, so we'd have to change that and build a downward structure that then goes across. It'd be a long walkway. It's not like conveniently close by. So I'm going to scrap that idea for sure. Okay, there's going to be blocks coming across like this, I know that. Oh, that helped me parkour across, believe it or not. X, do you watch football, says Gamer? I do, I enjoy watching football. I've been watching a bit of it since it's been back. I like watching the highlights and seeing the goals every day. Right, we got Awesome Tree here for 3 months. Thank you so much, Awesome Tree, for your support. It's appreciated. Alright, and now, get rid of that. This bit gonna be tricky. But maybe not, because we've got this here to guide us. So I know that it's like there. 1, 2. Go here, break that. 1, 2. Just keep repeating that, basically. That's right where it should be, actually. Cool, now we've got all of that, and it kind of needs filling in. So, let's do a little bit of transformation of the landscape here. And we kind of want to do this in a way where we save blocks. I think actually I'm just going to have it go like that. Ooh, it's nice and bright again. Thanks, Ren. Okay. There it is. What is your opinion on? Says Ahmed. What is my opinion on? Oh, it's on many things. Jeez. I feel like there was an extra word that was supposed to be a part of that sentence. I feel like a Ravager Head would be cool. Alright, yeah. Let's go have a look at the Ravager Head quickly. Ravager Head. Ravager Head's actually got a ton of texture. Huh. The Ravager Head is like... maybe even like 24 blocks from one side to the other. I did not notice that before. So, the Ravager probably has more pixels than the Strider, looking at that. Interesting. I'm a Chelsea fan, someone in chat said, but spelt it wrong, I noticed. Is strip mining or caves better to get diamonds, says Brian. I think if you have a cluster of caves that are down at the very bottom of the world where the diamond level is, it makes no sense whatsoever to not go and exploit that. Oh, do you know what I might do at the end here? Actually, I've already technically done it. Because I ripped out those blocks, right? I should have left them in. I'm actually just going to have this, like, end here. I'm not going to make it any bigger than that. What was I saying? It makes sense. So if you're strip mining and you come across caves at the bottom of the world, go and explore them. If you're caving to get diamonds, you need to go low. So I think essentially what you want to do, is make a combination of both. I would say strip mine and aim to find caves at the bottom of the world. Because when you wander through a cave, you are looking at lots of blocks. And I explained this in another live stream. A good strip mining technique is about... Oh, we got a problem. I think I don't know what the problem is. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then up by 1. Oh, there's a free. How did that get there? How did that sneaky little free get in here, eh? You sneaky number 3. Now we're on track. Now we're on track. Good, good. Good to figure it out. Good to figure it out. So yeah, a combination of both. Because when you go into a cave, like if you think about all the blocks on the wall, like imagine you break one block and then you see a big cave. For breaking one block, you've now seen tons and tons of blocks, and that means the potential of some of those being diamonds is higher than when you break a block and there's just another block behind it. So you want a combination of both. If you're branch mining, you can pop into a cave. It just makes so much sense to explore it and then find the diamonds that are there. Right, anyway, I'm not going to do too much more here. I feel like this is just grinding out, placing down that stuff, which is good. I want to put in a sign now. I'm also picking my nose. You wanted to know that. Picking out a booger. Because it's annoying me. Right. Okay. What are we going to use? I don't know. I like the idea of using honey blocks with a light source behind. Oh, definitely. Definitely, actually. That's going to illuminate. I'm actually going to go with that. Even though Shroom Light will probably look better. We don't have a lot. Actually, no, let's go with Shroom Light. Let's do things, you know. Let's do things. Might go with iron blocks up there for some sort of support. And then... Loey says, and puts down lunch. I'm like strangely not put off by gross stuff when I'm eating for some reason. I'm just like, maybe it's a bit different if it's like happening right in front of you. But like, I remember watching TV and it's like, I don't know, some like Fear Factor lie in a tank of worms. And I'm just like, eating spaghetti. Just eating spaghetti, looking at a tank of worms. It's not difficult. Right, so something I want to put in up the top here is some letters, some lettering. And I want these letters to read T-B-E. Or did I end up calling it something different? The Block Exchange was going to be the original. What did I end up calling this place? TBE, the Block Exchange. Okay, I think maybe there was like another term then. I had a couple of terms in mind. And so apparently I went with that one. Which is fine. Which is absolutely fine. Jesper Ice is here with the Prime. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate your support. Hope you're enjoying the stream. So the letter T can be, you know, 3 wide. Then B can be just about 3 wide, I guess, 5 tall. And then E can also be 3 wide, TBE. Now, if we're to make any of these letters a little bit bigger, the space they take up the top here gets bigger with it. Just to make sure I've looked at this correctly. Kind of leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. So, effectively, I can make them 4. What I can't really do is make it 5 by 5. So we're actually going to stick with that. So let's look at the edge. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks till we hit the E. And from this edge, yep, counting it, it's 1. So I think that means we can move everything over by 2 blocks. And that would be that. That'd be the E. So let's have another little count, right? Oh, I think I might have done that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Actually, it's 1, 2, 3. So everything needs to go one more block. Okay, then obviously these are going to be off the ground a little bit. Alright, Ren, I'll be there in a couple of minutes, dude. Okay. I'm assuming he's listening. Let's say we're just going to put it off by 1 block for now. Okay, make it nice and easy. Let's get this thing done, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you've got to go off by 1. Be like this. That's actually not going to be there. Ugh, I fell down. It's tricky business, this. Okay, down to the bottom. And then we take a step back. TBE. It's centered. That looks alright. It feels like, although it's centered, it feels like it should be to the left by 1. Maybe I should follow that instinct a little bit. But anyway, I was thinking of putting a sign up there on both sides, like TBE, the block exchange. What do you think, peeps? It's, to be honest, it's kind of underwhelming. It's like it's not like impressive. It just sort of says TBE. Weird but cool. You mean sticky business? It'll be more complete, you know, when it's done, but that's kind of it. Why not just BE? Block exchange. Yeah, it could be just BE, and then the letters could be bigger at BE. But I think it serves its purpose, so I'll probably find a way to integrate it. It's just not very impressive, is the thing. It's just kind of, alright, TBE. You've told me what it is. It's a sticky situation, says TBNR Woods. Rent Falls' billboard. I could do to advertise the shop. Oh, good God! Villager, why did you attack me like that? Oh, don't attack me, dude! Violent villager, watch out. Violent villager, where is the wren? The wren is on the roof. And the roof is on fire. The Locksmith live here with Cheers and Bits saying the block exchange and marketplace. The beam. That's kind of cool, but I think it's a little late for that. I'm going to stick with the TBE, but I appreciate the suggestion. And it's time for all of y'all to go over to the Ren Diggity Dogs channel because we're doing a riggedy raid. Peeps, thank you so much for tuning in to this Hermitcraft live stream weekend. Before you head out of here, be sure to hit the follow button. Ren is now streaming. If you want to see the schedule for the full day, you can go to livestream.hermitcraft.com and see all the other hermits that are streaming. I want to thank everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. Thank you to all of my patrons enjoying our new season of Let's Play Minecraft together. And right now what you need to do in chat is hit that raid button. It's time to raid the Ren. Thank you, peeps. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.